A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. For the grace of Allah's rahmah and mercy, we are still in existence. Allah's majestic might and majestic beauty is so immense. As a reminder for myself that these realities, they're all around us. Allah is describing that everything is created in pairs. That you have a pair and don't you come and say, oh, is that your husband and wife and your pair? And Allah doesn't care for that. The pair that Allah is describing is that you have a physical form that's manifesting in this world, and we have a spiritual reality that yet not has manifested. To understand these realities, Allah said, then observe all around you. So Allah is describing in Holy Qur'an, I show you upon the horizon and I show you within yourself. The one on the horizon is easier to understand than the one inside the self until we've taken a way of contemplation. That this creation around us, to understand the soil is a blessed soil. Look at all the other planets and nothing growing. When Allah wants something to grow, the secret is not in the seed but the secret is in the soil. The soil is what is blessed. The soil is the ocean of annihilation. For us to understand, it strips away everything and makes everything to enter into its state of death. And Allah destined for us also go back to the soil. That what I created you and the reality that I gave to you, when the time is finished, throw yourself immediately back into that soil like a seed. That soil will know what to do with you. You cannot burn yourself, you cannot throw yourself into the ocean, you cannot do nothing, and immediately within 24 hours you have to be back into the soil so that no negativity is trying to jump upon your physicality and overtake your reality. Your soul is very much active at that time. Just because the body went, the soul is standing right there. Means then that ocean of annihilation, for us to understand its immense majestic might and majestic beauty. That you take that ugly seed which looks like it has no benefit, you plant it and within so many days, 30 days, 40 days, something will come from it. And what comes from it is far more beautiful than what it was. And everything in creation is showing, and Allah is, why do you always think negative from me? If I'm asking you to seclude yourself, you're not going to be punished. If I'm asking you to abstain, you're not going to be punished. And in the end when I put you into the grave, I'm not putting you into the grave to rip you to pieces, but I want your reality to come. Don't you see all the gardens around you? How the ugliness of the seed went into the soil, and that which appeared was from the oceans of beauty. That which is appearing is from the ocean of beauty. everything ugly has a transformation. Even Allah take many creatures that are ugly as worms and transforms them into a flying butterfly and give them a whole different reality that even they're not walking on earth but they're flying. And they come into our life to remind us that that is the ocean of annihilation. It's not a complicated spiritual word, but you should be able to see it everywhere. That seed when it plants itself and goes into seclusion and goes into isolation and extinguishes itself, what appears is not the seed anymore. What appears is a manifestation from the soil. The soil took the secrets from the seed, annihilated it and then brought out a majestic beauty, a flower, a rose, a tree, a bush, trees that give and bear fruits, thousands of seeds within those trees. And if you go to look, there's no more seed. So it wasn't the seed, it was the soil. And Allah wants for us a reminder that don't think yourself as something, but if you enter into these oceans of annihilation, I take that which is truly of no value and I make you to be something valuable.
Have you started planning for the cost of post-secondary education? We will help you open a plan and access thousands of dollars in government grants. Give your child a head start with a CET plan. Did you know that it may be possible to start an RESP and not contribute any of your own money? Call today and receive 25 air miles reward miles when you book a consultation.
Knowledge, quality, integrity. Star cares about your best interests and have a wealth of experience to match. We've been in the business 30 years and are here to lead you every step of the way. Whether it's building the custom home of your dreams, doing gorgeous home renovations, building a laneway home, or revamping your commercial space. The STAR process works. Just ask our hundreds of satisfied customers.
We have several properties, and the best thing about Star for Life Services is that the work is done in a very timely manner and we're always very pleased with the result.
STAR, let's make your dreams happen. Call us now to book your free consultation.
But Allah says, I make for you a beautiful garden, and all that garden is a manifestation from that soil. And Allah reminding that you came into this world, I put you into a body, I created this insan from dirt. That Mim Noon is a Muhammadan Haqqaiq. When Allah the hurufs are all the secret that Allah giving, not the word. Min teen, I created creation from dirt. Allah doesn't care for dirt but want us to go in. That when I say Min teen, that Mim Noon for you should understand that's Muhammadan Noor. I created all this creation from a Muhammadan light. The Ta, Ya, Noon It signifies that Ta is from the secret of Sayyidina Taha, the purified hadi and guide of Allah, dressed with the yaqeen and certainties. And the Noon is its manifestation and Noor, that this creation is all light. And only now physicists understood that everything manifesting is from light. If you see it, it's a manifestation. All the atoms and molecules and everything that's moving is producing a light, and everything is made from light. And this insan that was given to us to understand the reality is that the insan and the dirt of insan is the great mizan and the scale. You have within yourself your entire galaxy. You have within yourself an entire judgment day. Before you worry about the judgment day, the grand judgment day, Allah said everything is already within you. The minute you take a breath, judgment is coming. So the great scale of our creation and our reality is that our dirt is the scale and it carries our reality. This dirt is able to carry water, and we carry water, and water is the angelic reality. That this dirt that Allah created us from, that the angels didn't understand, the jinns were jealous of, and Allah describing this creation carries all of you. It's capable of carrying your angelic reality because the my within them, my throne is upon their my. My is Mim Alif, again a Muhammadan haqqaiq. It has a power from izzatullah wa izzat Rasul. And Allah says, this insan, this teen and dirt that I made him from, he carries the angelic water and angelic lights. This insan, he also has the ability from his teen, his dirt, to carry the jinn and the fire. And everybody has a light, a nur and a fire within themselves. And this is our scale in life. You want to move towards the water and the life of purity and the life of angels and angelic characteristic, or you want to move through the fire and be narani and fiery, angry, ghadab. It's only through the good characteristic that Allah will open that reality, because the fire of realities is closest to our heavenly station. That Allah saying, I'm going to put that fire in your heart. If you light that heart and make it to be fire of love, the fire of the love of the Divinely Presence, it's going to shine a light upon your face. And you'll carry the balance of that light. So our whole life is about that understanding that this water within myself, this angelic reality within myself, how to nourish it, how to cleanse it, how to purify it, how to bring out all its realities, and the fire within myself, how to control it. Not let fire to overtake myself, not let anger to overtake myself. Every time anger comes, you dropped and started at stage one, stage one.
I'm always angry.
Instead of graduating, you become kindergarten again. Fire should never overtake, anger should never overtake unless by izzatullah. The Prophet only was angry for the sake of Allah when an injustice and wrong was being done.
Did you know that your child may be eligible to receive up to $10,000 in government grants to pay for his or her post-secondary education? My name is Sikandar Hayat. I am here to help you. Call today for a free consultation.
Naz Window Blinds offers high-quality custom window coverings for both residential and commercial projects. We offer a stunning range of colors and design options. We also provide an on-site measurement and style consultation so that you can be sure you're getting the very best option for your windows. Let us enrich the look, feel, and value of your space with custom window coverings. Call Naz Blinds today.
This fire and this water have to be balanced by insan, and Allah gave you the teen, the soil within you is the great balance. You can put out the fire with the water. So mean the wudu and understanding and purifying your water, what you drink, what type of zikr you're making, how you're purifying that water. 70% of you is blood, is water. How to purify that blood, how to purify that water. If it's pure, it's continuously attacking the shaitan, it's continuously attacking everything negative within insan. If they control that nar and not a fire of anger, but it becomes the fire of love, which we said before was Nabi Musa was looking for the burning bush, that Allah presented Himself as a symbol of love. Is your heart burning? You'll find God, you'll find Allah in the condition that you're in, because you only find that which you can see. They come and they purify and correct your character to be loving, be merciful, be humble. You'll find a loving God, you'll find a humble God, you'll find a caring and nurturing Allah. So it means you find in the condition that you are. That's why the schools of tarbiyah, their first job is fix your condition. Because if the condition's not good, you find whatever your desires, and Allah says in Qur'an, have you seen those who made their desires their Lord? Whatever is in them, they say that's what Allah is, Allah is. So then they begin to teach us this water to be purified, this fire to be controlled, so it becomes a himmah, a desire to do more. As a result, if Allah grants that scale is being balanced, I begin to breathe from my breath into you. You carry nafas al-rahmah from Allah, you carry the secret of creation and lights from Allah. You carry a tremendous mercy from Allah. So this insan has a tremendous value, has a tremendous reality. And Allah saying that, you want to reach all of that, by being a seed is nothing going to happen. So then the isolation, the understanding of annihilation is that dirt. That dirt annihilates everything. And Allah says, there's a dirt all around you, it is the darkness. When you describe layl, and all our events are based on layl, on night time, means that the layl is like a qab. This whole earth is for the believer is a qab, is a grave. Before you go into the actual dirt, Allah can make the whole of this dunya like a grave for you. That by the covering of darkness we can cover you, where you isolate yourself from the material world. Even if but for 5 minutes a day, 7 minutes a day, beginning to isolate and negate yourself that, Ya Rabbi, just like that seed I'm going back into the dirt. It begins to cover, begins to annihilate. And what they want for us to understand that everything a manifestation of that dirt, all that is the reality of Muhammadan Rasulullah. So it means that when you love Prophet make salawat on Sayyidina Muhammad. What is our analogy is that we are the seed, the dirt that Allah plants us back into is the ocean of Muhammadun Rasulullah, the purified lights, the purified realities of Allah, that if you go back into that origin, everything that manifests from these gardens of paradise are all Nurul Muhammadi. Nur Muhammadi. So it means that in your visual to understand, it's like a beautiful and beatific gardens of paradise, and every flower that manifesting is not a seed because they threw themselves away, they annihilated themselves. They say, Ya Rabbi, don't want ourselves. Sayyidina Isa said, I don't want myself, I don't want my risalat, I want to be nothing, I want to be from the soil of Sayyidina Muhammad. I want to be in my life to be raised and be taken into the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. Nabi Musa described, I want to be from that reality, I want to see that reality, and Allah annihilated Nabi Musa. That is the annihilation. What he witnessed was the light of Prophet and came back and gave testimony of faith. La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. Means this reality that they're opening for us to understand is that when we lose ourself and Allah plant us into the oceans of Muhammad Rasulullah, every flower that manifests, every rose that manifests is a manifestation of Sayyidina Muhammad. And the beatific gardens of paradise, that these awliyaullah and these ulama, what they are manifestations of the lights and the fragrances of Prophet. That's why they fragrance everything around them from their source. Their source is their seed died, and what is appearing now is from the gardens of paradise, the gardens of Sayyidina Muhammad. So when they manifest as something beatific in the eyes of Allah, that these are the flowers of the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. These are the gardens of paradise. Ya Rabbi, make us from the gardens of paradise, Ya Rabbi. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun ala al-mursalin. Al-Fatiha.
Have you started planning for the cost of post-secondary education? We will help you open a plan and access thousands of dollars in government grants. Give your child a head start with a CET plan. Did you know that it may be possible to start an RESP and not contribute any of your own money? Call today and receive 25 air miles reward miles when you book a consultation.